right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to vlog number three of the Athenaeum campaign.
Yay!
The floor is open for anyone who wants to talk about whatever or ask whatever.
That was just an emotional session, definitely.
Intense.
Like,
Yes.
all around. So intense.
We literally at one point had a literal emotional roller coaster. So
literally.
Yeah.
It
It was powerful.
It was.
Thank you, Hark, for setting that up like amazingly. Like you
well
really did. Because it wasn't just touching Frankie's emotions, it touched on Tori. I could see with Tori and losing the sister, it was just it was like a lot.
Yeah, the moment she learned about Agatha getting killed, that really struck her. And that's why she went to go talk to Felix afterwards, because she just
you know what it feels like.
Thinking for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, even like with Black Powder and Frankie, that moment, like he tried to save him, and I just rolled poorly, but it was like that moment was like so intense.
Yeah. No, that was so great. Now Tori had some great things going on. I know Mike was talking about the love triangle, so we've got a little Edward Jacob thing going on.
Right. Who is Team Henry and who is Team Felix?
Team Henry and Team Felix.
I'm Team Felix.
You're Team Felix? Okay. How about the others?
There were so many teams.
Honestly,
I think... for the other two, for Tori, are you more Team Felix or Team Henry? For Tori,
I think I might be Team Henry.
Team Henry.
I know.
Oh, wow.
I know. You really.
Wow.
I wasn't. Because Henry is totally Tori's type, and you just make him so
Henry's
similar.
that bad boy. Yeah.
Bad boy likes freaking doll, like action figures.
The action figure stuff is what almost brought me to tears.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When we gave Tori the action figures, I had to give him a doll back. It just felt right.
How about Joe and Alex? Are you Team Henry or Team Felix for Tori?
Felix.
Me
Felix?
too. Me too. I'm
You're
Team
Felix.
Felix.
All right.
Because they have the whole sister thing in common.
Yeah.
That's cemented. That really cemented it.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess to me, it's like you never want your relationship to be based off of like trauma. That's never healthy. So it's like.
Yeah.
But it could be healing. It could be a healing relationship. And it's tough to navigate, but it could be a healing thing for both of them.
Yeah.
Support each other.
I'm Team Henry. And honestly, who would have thought from session 0 anyone would be Team Henry?
I know, right?
So much character growth in one session.
Say it again.
I feel, and I think part of it is I really like the connection that he had with Tori in terms of giving up his heart, because that's exactly what Tori did too. Like he had to give up she gave up her heart for the person she loved too, and then of course there's the obvious connection with the action figures as well, the action figures and the dolls. So
yeah, I'm curious if those action figures will have some sort of powers.
Maybe.
The Kung Fu. Maybe.
We shall see.
We'll see, but I definitely, that thought crossed my mind when you mentioned the Kung Fu.
I also want to mention, so the flux inductor, that is, so every single world has a special artifact. And so the flux inductor is the artifact from the sci-fi world. And just to make it more useful, so combat, in a combat sense, it's 1 round. But if you were trying to do something out of combat, you can effectively treat it as a 6-second, like freezing time for 6 seconds, which is a lot of time for you to do something critical. If you need to do something critical for 6 seconds at freeze time, but yeah, think about how you want to use that once per day in game.
Sorry. I just realized both times I've played in campaigns with you, Hark, I ended up in a group with something that messes with time.
Yeah. This doesn't rewind it though.
No.
It just freezes it.
At least not
Rewinding
yet.
is hard to do,
Mm-hmm.
but freezing it can help. Yeah.
Where's Celeste when we need her?
Joe, I really loved how Sam was able to disrupt the signal by turning him black and white.
Very good.
Yes.
And we were
That was
kind
super
of,
useful.
we were locked. We were bound for a good bit.
Yeah,
Yep.
I like that.
Initially, I wanted to do that to Agatha because with her having the firearm, I figured between more people against Frankie verbally versus her with a rifle. If I had been able to connect with her, I think it would have then allowed me to expand it from there. But yeah, once I realized Frankie had me by the collar, it was like, okay, that's going to work as long as something can happen with Agatha.
Yeah, that was very smart role playing. Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it a lot.
Agatha's death was not pre-planned. I didn't go into this session thinking I was going to kill off. I wasn't coming in thinking I was going to kill off any NPC, but in that moment, it just the standoff between her and Henry. I was like, one of them's got to take the other one out. Like, and it's either her or it's going to be Henry. Like, it just played out the way it played out.
No,
so.
it was meant to happen, I guess.
Yeah. I think things would have been a lot different if Alex didn't fail his role and was able to maintain control of his body, but it just wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't meant to be.
Even after the attempt by Black Powder, and that +3 bonus, it's like the dice are like, nope. Dice are like, nope, we're doing this.
And I feel like for the story, it makes sense. Like his love for Victor was stronger than Black Powder's influence. Like had it been the other way, the whole story would have changed for me.
Well,
It would have.
I was gonna say, like, I looked at it like I do think it worked out wonderfully for the story wise. Like, also it makes it like just incredibly scary how just terrifying how that mechanism is. Because like Frankie does have some weird conflicting feelings for Black Powder right now, and it's like gotta try and use that to fix this. Like, come on. And it was just way too much. Even like, I don't know if Sam hadn't been there, like Frankie could have potentially hurt Victor with those rolls. It's just a scary mechanism.
Yeah,
it is.
I love how the distraction team literally obliterated everything.
Killed him.
Tori and Yoki and Vint, they were like, let's go. They were gangster with it.
We were like running. We're like, whee!
Your Starburst too was doing.
Starburst is powerful.
Was amazing.
I mean, just the damage rolls alone were like, wow.
Yeah.
I was praying against hope. I was like, Lord, don't let me mess up. But hey, it all worked out.
We always saw Star as a healer, but you can do some damage.
That was fun though. That was a lot of fun. And I was so sad that it was Scully and Mulder. I'm like, really? Really? Oh,
what were the names for the Star Wars characters?
Yeah, we didn't get.
Oh.
We just had Guy in white and Guy in black.
Guy in black.
Yeah.
Safest one.
It was.
What was it?
Duke Skycrawler and Varth Dater and Duke Skycrawler.
What was
rushed them, and I was really hoping that like when you deflected the lightsaber that he would have like done a chokehold or something. Yes. But we didn't get to see that. You guys killed him too quickly.
I thought about that, but he's mechanical.
Yeah.
They're not. That's more like a magical psionic thing, and
True.
they're only animatronic android things. So but I did think about that.
But Hark, I love the line that you had. Like, well, I am your
I am your legally designated biological guardian.
I love that. That is like yes to all of it.
That was great.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag don't. Yeah. Hashtag YouTube do not strike me.
Right,
That
right.
part. That part. I think you're secure. Oh my goodness.
There's so many
Okay.
good moments.
Right? Okay, one thing I'm curious about is the device that controlled Frankie, Agatha, and what was the other child's name? Well, it didn't get to Felix.
He didn't get to Felix.
Yeah.
He wasn't there. Felix
But
wasn't there.
the fact that it could control them, that's like really creepy because the enemy has a massive weapon to use against you guys. And it's almost like, what do you use to... I mean, if Sam is not there, what weapon do you have against it? That's like...
One thought, I mean, I don't know because it's mass produced, but like changing the frequency of it maybe would maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
I was
Earplugs.
Yeah, earplugs.
That's probably a simpler solution.
Probably. But no, I thought that scene was so intense, and it was just... I just got to say to all of you guys, you role played your characters so well. Like, I love the chat that Sam and Felix was having back and forth. I thought that was so cool when they were having the drink. I love Tori's interaction with both of the guys, her potential love interest.
Yeah,
I'm saying the triangle is there, kids.
Triangle's there.
Right, and I just loved it. And I love Black Powder when Black Powder talked to Henry, and it was like real smooth criminal, like he had his hands in his pocket. I was like, was he gonna pop him? What's gonna happen?
Nice.
Yeah, I was very curious about that.
Yeah,
that was the bonding moment I didn't anticipate. I like that a lot. It was
really good.
Also, Black Powder and Agatha, we had a really good scene with two of them. I like that as well.
Yeah,
that was good.
One time Black Powder told the truth and it wasn't to any of you.
That part. That part.
There was a point where I was going to take notes down, and I was like, no, Sam isn't there. I can't write anything down.
Well, not for Sam. For you, for Joe, but yeah.
Oh,
and the one time Black Powder did divulge the truth, the person died, so you're safe. Your secret's safe.
Yes.
Yeah, like that was like I mentioned after the last session that like Frankie got to Black Powder and it was the saying like your family, and it's like, ooh shit. Yeah, that's a thing for him. So.
Oh my goodness.
When we learn that you're lying, shit's gonna hit the fan.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And I thought it was interesting, the scene with Black Powder and Star, when Star was like, oh, you're bleeding, and Black Powder was like, nope, I'm good. And it just makes me think back about how he thinks Star is like evil or like a monster. I just thought that was really cool. I love how you played that off.
Like Black Powder is hard to play because like I want to be like super sympathetic towards Frankie, but at the same time, like Black Powder is like, no, I'm gonna like completely like drag him through the dirt if it means getting Henry on my good side. Like he's that kind of person, but like it's hard playing him because like the no I'm fine thing had nothing to do with him being afraid of the magic. It was something else.
Gotcha. Love it.
Plot thickens.
So many layers to Black Powder.
Right. And you know what the other funny thing is? I thought about this while we were playing, but I didn't say anything. The whole communication issue with Team A and Demolition Team and Extraction Team. Yeah. Star never thought to say, hey guys, where the hell are you?
I forgot about him.
We had comms.
Okay. No, that's the funny part. And what made me remember it is when he was hitting the glass, when Frankie was hitting the glass, I'm like, why didn't Star or any of us just go, hey, and then...
Yeah, I guess one way we could explain it is maybe within the secret facility, there's some sort of blocking. Yeah. So we'll just say maybe you thought about it, but you couldn't get a connection.
Sure.
Yeah. So let's just say that's what it was.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
It makes story-wise, it makes it more intense.
Yeah. It did. Like, oh my god, I love that, and the fact that it was in a Star Wars land theme park.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love it so much. You have no idea the internal squealing I was doing. I was like, oh my god, it's Alien and Predator! Like, I'm a mess.
A lot of these worlds are just, okay, sci-fi, how much sci-fi can I jam into this? You know, horror, how much of horror tropes can I jam into this? So that's pretty much, yeah, let's just dump all of this sci-fi stuff we could get in here.
The idea of being in an abandoned theme park with busted up animatronics at nighttime, that's straight up horror.
Horror.
Kind of horror-ish.
Corey loved it.
Yeah. Sci-fi horror.
I called this theme park South World, so it's supposed to be a play on Westworld.
Westworld? I know, I figured too. I was like, yes, I love it.
I love Westworld.
Because the animatronics.
Yeah, animatronics.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That was brilliant.
It was.
Sam, I love your monologue.
Yes!
Yes!
I love this
so
monologue
good.
so much.
So good.
Oh,
yeah, so amazing.
Yeah, so every world that's like future, he'll have a monologue for. So
That was really
I can't
good.
wait. I can't wait.
I love, Sam approaching Frankie and like bonding with him. That was really special.
Mm-hmm. That was really cool.
yeah, that was when the last session when I saw all the news about the criminals. I was trying to think of, man, how would Sam process this? Because he knows, with everything like prohibition going on and politics, he understands the complications of sometimes the law isn't always right, but it's still the law. So how would he, as with some of his traits and flaws, how would he interpret it and work with it? And his morals and everything are just so much more that he's not going to side with, even if it's the legal piece. He's a moral person, so that's the way he had to be.
Nice.
I did think it was hilarious that like the first 15 minutes of the session was everyone just checking up on Tori.
Right?
With their blood
Sam's like about to die, and you're like, "Are you okay?"
Oh my god, that was
Tori's
hilarious.
I'm fine.
Right?
Get off my back.
Yeah, and Sam's
so
like, "Hi."
Right.
Yeah, once Joe was on, I was
One
like,
hit point.
check on the guy that's bleeding to death.
Oh my god, I love it so much.
That was good.
So, what are some of the theories you have? Okay, not theories. The villain you had, Alex. I didn't get the chance to get his name. What was his name?
Kerwin.
Erwin. Okay. So he's the guy behind the facility and the mind control thingy? Okay.
Yeah.
I was curious about what would happen if everyone had ran into him, what would have went down,
Mm-hmm.
So, oh well.
Yeah, he's the guy in charge, so.
Yeah.
It feels unfinished.
It does feel unfinished, but who knows? We'll see. Maybe there'll be a loose end you could tie later.
Maybe.
Right?
We'll get to go back and visit everybody to gain allies for the final boss fight.
There we go. And I love the scene with Victor and Frankie, like when they got to have their moment. And it was bittersweet because he was telling like, "Hey, I just saved your life. I love you, but hey, I got this thing and I kind of gotta go." So, and I was just like, oh my god, like all of the heartstrings being pulled, and it was just like, oh my goodness.
I gotta ask, how is Frankie doing right now? Like, 'cause he's dealing with like a weird guilt thing for being like attracted to black powder, and now he found Victor again, and then he had to leave Victor again, and then he lost one of his best friends. How is he?
He's torn. He is emotionally torn. He said it. On one side, he is rejoicing for finding Victor, but heartbroken at the same time for not just Agatha dying and thinking Henry had died, but having to leave. He knows he has to leave. So it's like, I just found you and now I have to let you go again. So he is completely torn. And with, black powder, I think it was great to fail that check because it was almost like what Black Powder and I are feeling is not that strong compared to what I feel for Victor. And but there's still something there. That's why he's like, hey, hey, daddy.
Right? Get him.
Yeah.
I mean, Black Powder in that hot tub with all the tats. I mean,
Lots of questions.
Because now, even though he sees Black Powder older with everything again the way it was, peg leg and lost eye, in his mind he's seeing the young version now. Like that's who he was, and it's interesting how that's because once you kind of see some of those pictures, you have a better idea of who this person is. Like, oh, now I know what you were like when you were younger, and this is who you are now. It's seeing the development now. It's a stronger picture for him.
Who's Team Black Powder and who's Team Victor?
Oh, yeah.
That is the question of the 21st century, child. Okay.
I really appreciated Frankie's and Henry's arc because I was hoping they would have some sort of resolution. I feel more than satisfied of how it played out. The moment when Frankie was pleading to Henry to come with them, I was just like, oh, this is so great. This is so great. And of course, the final scene when they finally shake hands, I thought was beautiful. So.
Yeah, me too. Because I always felt like, even though Henry had this antagonistic initial arc, in my mind too, I even imagine a moment of like, for Frankie to really grow, he has to grow with loss. And I almost imagine a scenario where Victor dies.
Yeah.
And the death of Victor caused Henry and Frankie to kind of really click and come together. But this turned out great. Like, this was amazing. So I always wanted Frankie to reach out to Henry and like, no, like you're one of us, man. You're one of us.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Observer / reader, I guess, of that particular novel in a weird way. Like, I'm happy that like Henry developed that much in one session.
Yeah.
But also, like, he's still not perfect, and I love that. Like, he still has some work to do, and that's endearing for a character.
The poor guy still has to live with the fact that he did kill Agatha, even though he knows he didn't really have much of a choice. So
how does Felix feel about Henry?
Yeah,
that's what I'm curious about.
I'm sure that is something that needs to be addressed eventually, because right now I know that Felix and Henry are probably not going to be okay, at least for a little bit.
Yeah.
I want to keep reading that book to figure out what happens.
Can you write the book, Alan?
Yeah, exactly.
we can continue writing it together. How about that?
Yeah.
Right? Maybe there's something we can leave something for the crossover. I don't know. Like, you know.
Right? That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And one thing I think was, even though it has nothing to do with anything really, but I think it's interesting that when we first saw Agatha, she had got shot in the head.
Yes.
And then that's exactly how she dies. And it was just almost like, it's almost, in some ways, it's
foreshadowing.
Like, yes. And it's just like, oh my God, like freaking Agatha started all that magic to heal her little brain so she could live. And it was just.
My question is, what are they doing with her body?
Yes.
Yeah. What?
Like, she's going to be getting experimented on.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, like, that's going to be awful. I have a feeling it's going to come back at some point, and that's
going to be full on dissection right there.
Yeah.
Oh
torture.
Gosh.
That's Frankie didn't want to leave her. He did not want to leave her body.
That was one of those ones where Black Powder staying behind in the hallway was just something I didn't even think about. I was like, yeah, no, he's going to stay behind. He's going to block the hallway.
Yeah.
I didn't think.
At all.
That was gangster.
I know. Like, Frankie was on the roller coaster. He's like, where's Black Powder? What?
But no, I'm glad Black Powder was there for that moment, because Sam was just trying to keep a hold of Frankie. And then like him and Henry, neither one wanted to leave her, and it's like somebody had to be pragmatic and say, "No, we leave her. Go."
Right.
I'm glad I went with you guys and not with the distraction team.
Right.
It played out well. It played out very well.
It did.
Distraction team was so funny.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
That was really, really good. You guys, thank you so much for being part of this. This is awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
I thought it was...
Well, I'm happy to hear that you felt satisfied with your
Yes.
story, with your world. Okay.
Very
good.
happy. Very, very happy. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to be listening to that song by Vanita Green called "Emotional Roller Coaster." So this is all your fault, Hark and Alex, for making this happen. Especially with the whole roller coaster thing. That's the first song I thought of when that scene was playing out. I was like, so
when I originally planned out this session, I was toying with the idea of having like the final boss combat against the general to be while you're riding the roller coaster. Like I thought that would be kind of cool if you had some sort of fight scene and the roller coaster's moving and then things are. It didn't quite play out that way, but I thought that would have been really cool cinematically, at least.
Like Indiana Jones style.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like on the minecart,
Yep.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I can probably save that for something else.
I can't wait.
I just hope in Stars World. That is hard to say.
Yeah, it is.
That less of us get close to death.
Let's
That
hope
would
for
be
that.
great.
Yeah. You might all just get kidnapped.
Right.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
no.
what happens.
Right. Welcome to my world.
Stars World is a little lighter in tone than Frankie's World, so hopefully it'll still be fun. Have you all started thinking about your animal? Do you want to keep it a secret?
I know what I want.
I have no.
I don't know
idea.
yet. I have to think on it.
I can't wait to see what y'all come up with.
You guys,
I can't wait.
Do you want to know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah, what animal?
Frankie's gonna be this huge blue minotaur.
Oh, I like that.
Yes.
That'd be amazing. That'd
love
be
that.
amazing. All right, Micah, get drawing.
If you guys
More
need
to
me
do.
if you need me to, because I've completed all the other art, so just let me know.
Yeah.
And I'll
Tell
have
Micah what you're gonna be, and Micah will turn you all into the star versions of yourselves. That'll be kind of cool. I have to come up with one for Veed. Veed has to have one too.
Oh yeah, just let me know, and I'll get to cracking, as they say.
Oh my gosh! But we're going into an animal world. Dogs and cats.
Dogs and cats.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
man.
dogs and cats.
And the other turns into a dog. Are they going to just be back and forth?
Exactly. Oh my goodness.
Maybe do Veed a favor and don't be a dog or a cat. Maybe do Veed a favor.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
We could do Veed a favor. Veed could be like a frog because they can like switch genders naturally.
There it is right there. There it is right
That's
there.
Yeah.
Could you imagine him, a little frog, talking about, you've activated my trap card?
Yes,
Like
that'd be
a
hilarious.
D&D grung.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about
and
a
I'm sure
squid?
we want to collaborate so we don't pick the same animal by mistake.
Yeah.
Ooh.
My first
Very
thought was
Yeah,
like
that's true.
Pirates of the Caribbean, huh? With a
Like
squid.
Pirates of the
Mhm.
Caribbean thing, squid. Yeah. You don't have to be. Or like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
My first thought was like a fox because he's like sly.
Oh.
Hey,
Fox could
I
be
like
there
that.
too.
a peg-leg fox?
Admittedly, there was a part of me that thought bear because he's the definition of a bear.
Oh, that's true. A bear.
Hmm.
Or Cthulhu.
Oh, but trying to get away from the cats.
Oh, the cat's a cat.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
Trying to avoid cats for V.
No cats. No cats.
Oh my goodness. So no, I whatever you come up with, I'm pretty sure it'll be epic, and I can't wait to see the Minotaur. I already have an idea of what Frankie would look like as a Minotaur. So if you have any specific ideas on what the top half should look like, if you wanted to be wearing armor,
Well, I'm imagining like kind of like how he is with, maybe we'll have a running theme with like the harness thing. But this time he'll be, he'll have like the hairy legs, the hooves.
Mhm.
And enormous horns.
Oh yeah, I have a look. I'll sketch something out and I'll show you what I come up with, and you let me
Okay.
know if it needs to be altered or changed.
Yeah, I think that would be appropriate for Frankie.
OMG, I can't wait. I can't wait.
I almost envision Sam being like a penguin or
Yeah.
something, because the penguin already looks like
Oh.
they've got like the suit on.
I was
And that
imagining.
Detective Penguin.
I
would
was
be kinda
imagining
funny.
a zebra.
Oh,
Oh, zebra! Oh, black and white zebra.
And the
Oh.
horse thing.
Zebra, cow.
Horse
That's
thing,
true.
yeah.
The
Lion.
horse
That's true.
thing.
That's true. The horse. Oh, that's
Oh.
cool. There's a lot of options. Zebra.